My husband Michael was diagnosed with brain tumour about 12.5 years ago, and we were put in touch with Macmillan nurses who offered a tremendous amount of support in many ways, varied ways, some of which we didn't need at the time, but we drew upon later on when Michael became more poorly. We really appreciated the support that Macmillan gave, and because of that we started fundraising for Macmillan. This started really with Michael doing a trek in the Sahara, which he did a lot of training for, and that raised 6,000, and that kick-started our work. I mean, he was given 2 years to live, but then we settled that we had family. We were desperate for children. We had Monty, and then Michael's tumour came up again, and he had some more treatment, but he reacted well to the treatment, and we went on to have triplet boys, Freddie, Gus and Ollie. And then Michael's tumour came again. I mean, it came back sort of 3 or 4 times in that period of time, and he actually lived for 12.5 years. But there was one time he did the trek in the Sahara for Macmillan in the year 2000, and in the same year he suffered a massive stroke which affected the right side of his body. He was unable to do anything for several weeks. We nursed him at home and the prognosis really wasn't very good. And then he went into hospital for a bit, and from there, when we'd been told that he was dying, we planned to do a trek together in Iceland, and we focused on that, and we managed to pull him out of the depths, and we trained together and we completed the trek together and raised £15,000 doing that. We've had a tremendous amount of support in our fundraising, and our Macmillan nurse, Sarah Wheatley, has been fantastic, and she's really got involved in the whole situation to the point where we actually managed to rope her in on my last challenge, which was to climb Kilimanjaro, and also Michael's doctor from the hospice, who was very involved, did it with us as well. The night that Michael died, I sat up with Monty, who is 10, and one of the things that Monty said that night was we mustn't stop fundraising for Macmillan because it's something that Daddy started and we must carry on with it. And we'd already decided, or Monty had already decided, that he wanted to climb Ben Nevis as his next venture because he'd done Snowdon last year with one of his brothers. Now all his brothers wanted to do Ben Nevis, and also when Michael died, one of his friends at school also wanted to do it, and some of the boys' cousins as well. So we had 9 children, the youngest who was 7 and the oldest who was 14, all doing a sponsored walk for Ben Nevis. It was a lovely atmosphere, and we took Macmillan balloons up with us, and the boys all wrote messages to their dad so that when they got to the top they could send in messages saying we made it and we're here, and their daddy would get them. And it was lovely, very poignant, quite hard, quite emotional, but lovely. Towards the latter stages of Michael's illness, the Macmillan nurses became very much more involved, which was lovely because it didn't just help Michael, it helped the whole situation, and what was a very traumatic time became much easier.
Mum was going to climb Kilimanjaro, and we watched this video about Kilimanjaro and this man climbing up it, and I said she needed some serious training, so we went to climb Snowdon, and when at the bottom of Snowdon I apparently said that that was a piece of cake and that I want to do Ben Nevis next. So next year, well this year now, we did Ben Nevis, and that was a lot harder.
Well, we wanted to finish what our dad started by climbing Ben Nevis and raising a lot of money. We want to help people with cancer, to help them survive as long as they survive. And we want to help them, and we get as much money as we can to save thousands and thousands and millions of people.
We really wanted to get to 50,000, but we've done better than that. We got 51,000. Yeah!